Friends, to our channel. And today, being weekend, you will all be see the various things. So, and many of you may be preparing for interviews. So today, I thought we will be doing something to help those candidates who will be attending interviews. Uh, Usually, since we are discussing PySpark in the last session, so I thought we will do it in PySpark. This particular example comes in almost all languages, including PySpark, Python, and Java, like that. Lot of, I mean, just this thing now, it just differs the language, but the logic almost remains the same. But in the case of PySpark and Pandas, we actually use a different logic, I mean different method. In other languages it may be different. In this one it is a bit different. So anyhow, we are today going to learn how to count the number of words without punctuations, okay, and sorted in the ascending order. This is today's task, okay. So let's start. Here we can see we are reading. Actually, we created this session here. We are importing something, I mean, string and other things, because we will need it in the other things, I mean, for manipulations and other things. So we read a text file. We created a context. Actually, I can go through that. We are importing the Spark session, then imported string, the Spark, created a Spark session, and then from that we actually created the context. But okay. Anyhow, we'll be reading using the Spark session. We'll be reading a text file using read.text method. Okay. So this is actually stored inside the TFDF data frame, and you can actually run individually, because this one is just a part of that. So when we run this, you will be getting the schema, because Python is actually very flexible. So it is very much necessary to almost know the schema every time when you are run. What is inside? We don't know what is inside the file at this point. Just think, we don't know what is inside the file because we never opened it, because maybe files may be very large, maybe some multiple GBs, and most of the notepads or other editors will not be able to see. And so what happens is we will be looking into it in different ways. We'll be printing the schemas to see what is inside that, what is the structure of the data inside that. We'll be also seeing the data, a sample of data. Okay, so we'll actually run this one. You can see that this is a license, so you can see there's a lot of punctuations and the other things are there, and you can see that this value, this is the value, I mean this is the this is a data frame with the column value. Okay, so this is of the type string, and you can see a lot of punctuation. So we don't want punctuations inside that. So we will be actually trying to remove that one. Okay, for removing we will be using the translate. We will not be using the UDF, we will be using just the translate. Okay, so how we do that is with the TFDF we are actually using with column. Since column is there, the column value is there, we will be using the value. As I told you earlier, data frame is having only one column of the name value. Okay, we use that to translate this. We want to remove all punctuations. These are the punctuations. This is a default. I mean, you can use it. You use the same thing anywhere. Okay, for removing punctuation, not only in this, but also in Perl or anything. You want to remove punctuation, you can use it. Little maybe bit different. It may be a bit different in some cases, but mostly it will be working. These are the punctuations, and here we are replacing with the empty string. So after replacing, okay, this is the first part. We replaced every punctuations. Then afterwards, what we do is we will be splitting everything. this is a, we will be splitting using the split select split tf value, that is from this is tf value. After removing the punctuations, we will be splitting the words, because words are actually separated by spaces, so we are using space to separate these things. And we will be using the alias text going forward. For this particular, earlier we are using value from tfdf1, we will be using value, okay, as a column name. Then we will be printing the schema and showing the value of the tfdf. Okay, let's see what is inside that. Okay. Again, we made it an array. See here, this is an array. This is the result of that printing. You can see again when we actually splitted it. Whenever we split, actually it gives an array. When we split a sentence, it gives an array. Earlier we had actually removed the punctuations, that is the dot, comma, everything we remove, apostrophe, everything. These are all the punctuations that we remove. And actually when we print, you get some arrays like that. Okay, lot of arrays we are having, empty array also is there. So actually next part is actually as I told you, we will be getting the count of count of words in each that is in the file, number of, and then sort by. So for that we will be using okay, then we actually what we do is, because these are all arrays and this is an array, so we will use explode. Okay, explode column. Again, you will be remembering we had actually imported column, explode, split, everything here from functions early. Okay, okay, translate also is there. So when we use explode, again we are actually making a particular one single row will be changed to column. Okay, that's what happens. Everything changes to columns. That is, no, I mean whatever here you see, this is a particular row, so this will become, whatever is horizontal will become vertical. Okay, so here with an alias word, so once we create this actually words. Okay, the column words is having a column name word. So again what we do is, since it will be having empty strings as well, earlier we had inserted empty strings. Now because as you remember, we had in some cases a lot of empty that is new lines were there, that will also be replaced, and we want to actually replace all those things, that is filter all those things. We just want the count of words, that is good words. Okay, so what we do is we give a group by, we do a filter. This we actually didn't discuss earlier. There's a lot of ways how we can do that. This is one of the ways. You can even directly create a table from this and temporary view from this, and then you can do the same thing. Okay, anyhow, in this case what will happen is, what will happen is, we take the count. So the count is in one column, group by word. Each word is grouped and count is taken of the word. Everything will be inside the words data frame, and words ordered by count. Here you can see that here we gave the group by in word, that's group by word, and here we are actually ordering by column. That is the word with the largest occurrence will be printed on the top. Okay, ascending equal to false means it is a descending order. Then actually we will be writing it to a file, CSV file. Okay, in the override mode. Then we will be printing the schema, and the words we will be showing the words. This is what happens. This is actually a very simple program. As you can see, there is a number of words. The largest number of occurrence is the, then it is or, of, like that, and all these things. So in some cases, what they will be actually asking us to remove something more, that is adjectives or something. That also you have to consider. Okay, while filtering or even in the replacement, you can replace all those things. So this is the example. I hope you all enjoyed. It is a very simple one. Just remember what we did. This is very simple one, because since this is an example, I mean example I have actually given in detail. It can be done in a very small way also. It can be done in few lines. Okay, anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed. This is a very useful example. It will be actually beneficial for a lot of purposes in pandas and also in PySpark, Python, everything. It will be useful. And please actually share, like, comment, and subscribe, because we will be having lot of videos like this. Thank you.